everyone, welcome back to our dimension, Betsyland. Today's subject is one that affects many people nowadays, anxiety. There are a lot of things that cause anxiety in many people. For me, what pulls the trigger, it's time. For some reason, I always found myself wanting to be in a different moment in life. Such a thing just never happens because when the night is finally here, then I want it to be tomorrow, next week, the following month, next summer, and I'm never happy in the moment. And it's been like that pretty much my entire life. If that hasn't happened to you, let me tell you, anxiety goes beyond your mind. It's physically exhausting. And you have this feeling in your chest that I don't even know how to describe, but you can not get rid of it. And once you have it long enough, it starts manifesting in other areas, and that translates to health problems. For example, I couldn't sleep, and the worst part was that I started to have stomach problems, and it wasn't pain, but it was this constant feeling of emptiness. I hated it. And I've been having digestive problems ever since. I remember one day I was like, so this is what I got. This is how my life is going to be. And I thought, but I'm too young. I don't want to live the rest of my life like this. So I decided to look for answers. There needs to be a solution for this. I read any and everything I found about anxiety. They all say exercise, meditate, eat healthy. I will get better from time to time for a few days, a few weeks, but I will be back exactly where I started. And I used to ask myself, what am I doing wrong? And I'm not saying that meditation, exercise, and all that doesn't work. It does. I do it and totally recommend, not only for anxiety, but for health in general. I won't forget, not long ago on social media, I saw a quote that changed everything for me. You won't be in this exact same moment again. Breathe, enjoy it. What can I say? It changed my perspective forever. I saw what I was missing while waiting for that other moment and finally realized why nothing seemed to work before. I needed to work on me internally, change my perspective, the way I think. And I heard that before and I tried it for a long time. For you going through this, that has tried everything you heard, everything you've been told, and nothing seems to be working, I understand. And more than you think. I'm here to tell you, don't give up. Don't give up. This road is long and tough, but if you insist long enough, you will get there. You will get there. I admit giving up many times because changing your mind and the way you think, it's easier said than done. And the reason why it's so difficult to change is because you have those beliefs and your mind is structured in a very specific way, and all of a sudden you decide to change. Of course, there's going to be some resistance. It takes determination and a strong will to stay focused. Don't get discouraged. It can be done. I insisted, and it was like my mind won't do what I want. I was like going this way, and the mind, it was no, I'm going this way. But it can be done. I constantly repeat to myself, I control my mind. My mind doesn't control me. And little by little, I learned to let go. Let go of the tomorrow, the time, the worries. Just let go. That's the secret. The thing is, anxiety goes hand by hand with my type of personality. I'm very organized and I like to be in control and manage every single aspect of what I'm doing. Like if I plan to start my day, let's say at 7 o'clock, and for some reason it starts 15 minutes later, that will ruin my day. I'm always ahead of every single thing that can go wrong with my schedule. Like if I'm going to travel, the week before I'm like, what if I lose my passport? What if the car doesn't run that day? What if I'm late and I miss my flight? And I would just drive myself crazy. And in between, it will be that internal battle, me trying to control that. But I insisted until I learned the art of letting go. I try to remind myself the quote I mentioned before. Remembering this moment won't happen again just makes me relax. I learned to flow with life. Just be present. The past and the future don't exist. If you think about it, we are always in the present. We don't live in the past, we don't live in the future. The present is all you have. And I stopped worrying about problems I don't have only because maybe I might have them in the future. I don't think like that anymore. The same when I have to make a decision. I just assume it was the right one and move on. Now, when I'm having a bad day, I find myself being surprised by the way I deal with circumstances nowadays. I'm so proud of me and how far I've come. I used to visualize myself being like this, and it seemed a dream so far away. Sometimes I wish I could travel in time just so I can give me a hug. This video, it's here to remind me I did it. I did it. And if you ever need it, you can do it again. Don't forget that. This video, it's also here for you. You in that tunnel, not knowing how to get out. You are going to get out. I remember how much I used to punish myself. I used to say to me, wow, you cannot even handle yourself. How weak you are. That's how I used to treat myself. I was alone during that process, and I have people that love me. Don't have any doubt of that, but I knew I wasn't going to get the support I really needed to get out of this cycle. Around me, people's approach to this type of issues is more like, but you're young, you don't have kids, you don't have big responsibilities. What is your problem? People, that doesn't help. If someone ever goes to you with their issues, Don't judge. If that person knew why and how to get out of that, trust me, they will do it. Trust me, no one just wakes up one day and it's like, ah, life is boring. Let me have anxiety. This is not fun. And I understand that you probably don't know what to do or say. Know that you don't have to do or say anything. Most of the time, all we need is someone to hold our hand, a shoulder to cry. So be that. Be that hand, be that shoulder. It can mean the world to someone. To you, having anxiety, I tell you, you don't have to go through that on your own. Get help. Professionals go to school for years to learn how to help people like us. That wasn't an option for me, but if it is for you, take it. Don't overthink life. Nothing deserves that much of your energy. Everything has a solution. And if it doesn't, well, that's the reason not to worry about it. Don't put restrictions on your love. Don't wait until you over this to do it. Love you from today on. Love all the beautiful imperfection you are. Love yourself big. Punish yourself less. You are going to get there. I cannot tell you when. Only you know in what chapter of the story you are. But I want to know about your journey. I want you to leave me your story in the comments. Let's give support and encourage to those who need it. Remember, today in capital letters is the best day of your life. Why? Because you're alive. You are here. Thank you for taking this time for yourself. And like I told you before, the subscribe button isn't there for nothing. So subscribe and see you soon. Bye.